Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to answer which one is the better dividend stock to buy, Raytheon Technologies or PepsiCo. I'm going to judge them based on 5 different metrics, starting with the dividend yield. Raytheon Technologies offering a 2.21% dividend yield, PepsiCo offering a 2.62% dividend yield, and PepsiCo recently announced a dividend yield increase that's going to start in June of this year. So PepsiCo's dividend is going to increase. Perhaps Raytheon's might as well. The next metric I wanted to look at is the payout ratio, and this measures the percentage of a company's earnings per share that it pays out in dividends. It shows me the sustainability of the dividend, because if a company is paying too much of its earnings out as dividends, that's not sustainable, because it needs to use some of those funds to reinvest in the business. And it can't go above that, because that would be like a household spending more money than it brings in, right? That means you're either dipping into savings or you're borrowing on your credit card, and that's not sustainable. Eventually, you're going to need to bring down spending. And so, for that reason, this is an important metric. And they're both very close here: 60% payout ratio for Raytheon, 62.5% for PepsiCo. So, roughly a tie here in this metric. The next thing I wanted to look at is earnings per share for the trailing 12-month period. And I went back all the way before 2014 here to look at this, because the more earnings increase, the more it gives rise to the potential to increase dividends, right? And so Raytheon's earnings have actually been falling. If we look longer term, they fell from close to $6 EPS down to $3.52 EPS, although they have been rising since 2021, and I suspect they will continue rising as militaries worldwide are increasing their spending, bulking up their defenses in response to Russia's aggressiveness in Europe. And then looking at Pepsi's earnings per share in the trailing 12 months, that has gone up from a little less than $4 EPS up to $5.80 EPS. And Pepsi has done an excellent job both during and after the pandemic in managing the company, boosting sales and boosting earnings in a difficult time period. The next thing I wanted to look at is quarterly revenue growth. And, lots of fluctuations here for Raytheon. But if we look back, about roughly 6% year over year growth for Raytheon. That's solid. Mid-single digit growth for a dividend payer is solid. It allows leveraging of its fixed cost and increasing in earnings per share. Meanwhile, PepsiCo, after falling from 2014 to 2016, it has really done an excellent job in increasing its revenue growth, rising to 8.83% in its most recent quarter. Of course, that's down from the peak of over 16%. The company was a true beneficiary during the pandemic. If we're spending more time at home, you're closer to your kitchen, you're closer to the snacks in the cupboard, and that's really good news for Pepsi, because you're reaching for Pepsi sodas and Frito-Lay snacks more often than if you're away from home. So that was good news for Pepsi during the pandemic. Finally, I wanted to look at their valuations, and I chose to use the price to earnings forward 1 year ratio for Raytheon and PepsiCo. Looking at Raytheon, it's trading at a forward PE of 16.84, while PepsiCo is trading at a forward PE of 21.78. So PepsiCo is a little bit, I would say, a little considerably more expensive than Raytheon in terms of the forward PE ratio. However, I will say that I think PepsiCo has earned this premium valuation, especially from the way that it has performed during the pandemic. Management has really earned my respect and has earned the market's respect in terms of how it handled all the difficulties during the pandemic. And so, if I had to pick one of these two excellent dividend stocks to buy, I would say PepsiCo is the better dividend stock to buy right now, although they are both excellent dividend stocks overall. So there you have it. PepsiCo is my choice for the better dividend stock to buy right now. As always, thank you for watching. I truly appreciate your viewership, and I hope to see you next time for another one of these excellent videos. I'll see you then. I want to thank the Motley Fool for sponsoring this video. Visit fool.com/parkev for the 10 best stocks to buy now.